I'm gonna put my microphone in a minute in, but do me a favor currently so I can just check it. Put a 1 in the comments if you can hear me clearly. Put a 1 in the comments if you can hear me clearly. And let me know where you're watching from. Let me know where you're watching from. So today we're going to have, hey, Metro Atlanta, hey, DC. I may be in DC sooner than later. I'm at my eye exam. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to get off in a second. Oh, well, hopefully I'll still be here. Thank you, my love. Michigan, and it's cold. Oh, my goodness. Freezing look like, huh? Child. Keep me out the freezing, okay? I like snow better when it's on TV. Or when it's not windy when it's going on, okay? All right, so y'all, I'm going to have a real conversation today. And it's called Your Strengthness Reveals Their Weakness. And we're going to, hey, Houston, we're going to have a conversation about how when you start ascending, you start to realize that you are ascending above your community, your current community, okay? And you're starting to notice, maybe you may start noticing in your current community that they kind of are feeling convicted by your growth, or they tend to take issue with your growth. I'm going to have a real conversation about that, okay? So I'm going to be talking about how your strength is revealing their weaknesses and why it's important for you to ascend and to elevate as you are growing. I'm not telling you that you have to leave your friends or anyone behind, but what I am telling you is that you need to pay attention to people that you feel like you need to drag up. Okay, you need to pay attention to people who are holding on to you extremely too tight, that are leaning and solely depending on you, because we're in a space now where you're going to need supportive community. Okay, so yeah, we're going to get into it today. So before I get into it, awesome. Before I get into it, I want to tell you who this live is for and who this live is not for. So go ahead and share. Once I tell you who is for and who is not for, I want you to go ahead and share it with a woman, okay? So this live specifically is for the woman leader who's on a path of ascension, the woman who feels herself evolving into higher spaces and higher levels of purpose, power, and truth. The women understand, the type of woman that understands that she is rising, but she notices that her circle is shrinking. Okay? Her community might be drifting a bit. She can't help but to kind of wonder, is ascension really this lonely? Like people says that it is, like when you really come into the awakening of self. Okay? Let me tell you who it's not for. Okay? This live is not for the woman who is comfortable shrinking herself to be liked. Yes, it will. Okay? If you're afraid to outgrow the opinions and the thoughts of and the validation of other people, this is not going to be the live for you. Okay? This is not a space for leaders who want to drag people along on their journeys instead of actually working with people who actually want to be there. If you are still in the business of convincing people, proving, or begging people to understand you, you're not ready for this conversation. Okay? This is not for the woman who plays small, who avoids confrontation, of her truth because she fears losing people. Ascension is not for the faint heart. So that this ain't going to be for you, okay? This is not for anyone who believes that their growth should come without resistance, loss, or discomfort. True elevation is always going to demand some form of sacrifice. Not everyone can handle that. It's okay for you to be able to say that you can't handle that, because not every woman is going to ascend. Not every woman is going to really get in the space of mastering herself. Most women are going to stay complacent in the spaces that they are, and they're going to complain about it to people who allow them to complain. That's literally what this is going to look like. Let me tell you who this is for. This is for the woman who understands is that not everyone can go where she's going. See, I got a saying. If you ain't growing, we ain't going. You don't have to be growing at the same rate or going the same speed that I'm going when I do things, but your feet have to be moving on this track, okay? So the thing about it is, if we're not growing, then we're not going. That's just the reality of the way that I operate. So again, this is for the woman who understands that everyone cannot go where she's going. This is for the woman who kind of feels the tension between her old community because she kind of knows that she's rising above that and it doesn't really fit her anymore. Okay. This is for the woman who is brave enough to embrace the fact that loneliness is a part of the ascension process for a period of time. Okay. And the reason why she can accept that is because she knows she's making room for the right people. A lot of times you can't get to where you need to go because you have certain people in place that don't belong there. Therefore, you already got the spot filled. So if the spot is already filled, then why? Why would anyone else want to come into that? Okay. This is for the leader who refuses to dim her light, even if it means walking by herself for a minute. Okay. So if you're in a space where you have ascended recently, okay, and you're growing spiritually, or you're coming into the awareness of the way things are in society, or whatever the case may be, and you find yourself in a space to where your community just isn't in that space, you kind of feel like you're the person in the room. You're not, I'm just starting. You're the person in the room who actually can see what's happening. Hey, my love. But it's like nobody else around you can really see what's happening. The reason why the people in your community are so convicted by you and your new ascension and how you're doing now and how life is going for you is because they recognize that they're not changing things within themselves. And because they aren't changing these things, okay, within themselves, they feel convicted by your growth, by your elevation, and the good things that you're doing. And that eventually becomes a problem. So if you find yourself in a space where you saw someone as a friend and you realize that they really had secretly was envious or jealous or whatever the thing may be, and now it's to the point to where they even hate you, all because you became great. They hate you. They're frustrated with you. Okay? I'm going to explain to you 4 specific reasons you think they hate you. But the reality is they worship you. And I'm going to break that down for you today. The reason why I say that they worship you, okay, and I'm going to break that all the way down, is because there's a very thin line between love and hate. Let me explain something to you. When people say there's a very thin line, I didn't even introduce myself, guys. I'm sorry. Hold tight. My name is Elle Antoinette. I'm a feminine leadership strategist. And what I do is I support my amazing clients who are women leaders. I help them burn their old identities, okay? Amplify their magnetism, master their emotions so that they can get healthier, make more money, and live the life that they want to live, all by using feminine energy. My track record is taking women from 5 figures to 6 figures, 6 figures to multi-6 figures, supporting women attracting healthier relationships, supporting women in healing their bodies and becoming healthier. So yes, I have track records and all that. And I used to be 100 pounds heavier, and I built a 6-figure business plus from the ground up myself without hustling. So yeah, that's just a little bit about my track record. But anywho, back to what I was saying. Thank you, my love, for these gifts. A lot of people think that they hate you, or a lot of people think that people are hating on them, when in reality people are not really hating on them. There's a very thin line between love and hate, and that thin line between love and hate is something called admiration. Okay? It's called admiration. See, in order for someone to hate you, they had to at one point love you. Okay? And how it exalted to a space of hate normally is because whatever exalted perception that they had of you in their mind is not what, well, in their mind, it's not what they thought it was. And so now they hate you because of that. For example, and I'm going to explain about 4 ways that people do this. These people don't hate you, they worshiping you, and they don't even realizing it. Not realizing the fact that they are worshiping you is the real problem that they have going on at this point in time. Because God is a jealous God. When you stalk, when you watch, when you pay attention to, when you focus on, when you got to go online and type in that girl name to see what it is about her that's making him go deal with her, you are obsessed. You are worshiping her. That is idol. You've made her an idol. See, people are out here making you idols and putting you on pedestals that you didn't even ask for. All because you decided to change your life. When you are in community with people and you make a decision to start elevating, you are going to see the people who truly support you and the people who literally just want to see you do good but not do better than them. So if you think that you really have haters. You really, really don't. You have worshipers. And that's their biggest problem. Let me go ahead and break this down. Their hate is rooted in admiration. Like I said, it's a very thin line between love and hate, and that line is called admiration. They see something that in you that they wish that they had. And here's the crazy part about it is, a lot of times it's not even material things. These things are things like your joy, your resilience, your ability to win despite whatever situation has happened, your ability to rise up when people thought that you were going to stay down. They secretly love that you are able to win. They secretly love the wins, but they hate that it's you. They love the message, but they hate the messenger. Because you and your strength and what you've been able to do by changing your mindset and elevating yourself convicts them, because they have not changed their reality. So they feel guilty for the way that they are living, and they feel convicted by watching you, but that has absolutely nothing to do with you. It has absolutely nothing to do with you. Okay? Here's the plot twist, even with them secretly loving it. It burns them up to have to really see you be that person that gets these things. That's where the hate starts. That's where the hate starts. Because they really love you. They really love your energy. And see, let me help some of y'all out real quick. And I say this with all honor and respect in this manner. But men are very simple, right? They're very simple in the way that they operate. When they pick up things, a lot of times, normally it's something that somebody put them on to. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a woman, whether it's a tip from somebody else. But normally they don't just kind of switch up the routine. They're pretty simple. They're pretty straight like that. So a lot of times women who are attracted to married men, women who continue to deal with married men, you think you like that man because in your perception, you have an elevated perception of who that man is. You looking at him like he's taking care of his wife. He's taking care of the bills. He's doing this. He's doing that. And in your mind, you've elevated him to the status of a good man based on your perception. And because of that perception, you hate on the woman that he is attached to, not realizing that that man would not even have the energy that you think that he has if it had not been for that woman. So in reality, you actually like that woman. You actually like the energy of her. So while you think you hate her and you're trying to figure out why this person is with her, the reality is you actually are loving the energy that you are getting from her. That is what it is. Okay? So that's the thing that you need to pay attention to. That's what's vital and that's what's important. Okay? So it's something that you really need to pay attention to. People think that you think you want this person. You don't know this person. You have an exalted, elevated view of this person. You don't know them. You think you want him when in reality it's her that's putting the energy and all these other things into what you see. So it's always interesting to me when I hear women speak so negatively. You got the nerve to lay down with her husband, and you go just because he pillow talking some foolishness to you to you about somebody he ain't leaving. You feel like you got the right to hate on this person when in reality you actually love her. You admire what you think you see. So a lot of times people's admiration, you got to really, really watch that. Wanting to be admired, wanting to be all of this. You got to really, really watch that because that is on that very, very fine line of love and hate. And I saw a comment that passed up. Let me see. I don't know who this was. Let me see. She said, well, I can't see it. It's blocked out. Oh, you better be lucky it's blocked out because it must have been something ridiculous. TikTok blocked it out. But anywho, the hate that you hear and that you see, right, from a lot of women that are coming up against you just because you decided to elevate your life and start doing something different and becoming better, and you just got tired of your own mess. The hate is rooted in the fact that they're admired at the fact that you had the courage to step into that, because they lack the courage to step into that. So of course they hate you because they really admire you. They don't even hate you though. That's the crazy part. They don't even hate you. They love you. They just mad at you. Because whatever their perception of you is the real issue. It don't have nothing to do with what you've done, because you haven't done anything but take care of yourself. A lot of people, you will realize when you begin to elevate, a lot of people want you to do good, but they don't want you to do better than them. They don't want you to be in those type of positions, which is why you're in a struggle. But the worst thing you can do is try to drag somebody up. When you try to drag somebody up who's not willing to do their own work, they will sabotage your next level. They will sabotage your next level. So really pay attention to that. Understand that if these people start being different, and that hate is a form of worship. Hello. See, and everything I give you comes from scripture, science, and psychology. And the thing about it is this. That hate is a form of worship. Do you understand how much focus, how much mental energy, how much emotional energy, how much like just period goes into hating someone? Do you not understand that that is a form of worship? That's worship. Why would you give somebody that much energy? Why would you give them that much to make them feel that powerful? You literally make people your guide by hating them. There are people who will come online and say stuff and put things in the comments just to be you know how much energy that actually takes? You know how much worship that is? That's why I don't even get mad when people try to drop comments or say something. Baby, what you're doing is worshiping me, and I ain't asking you for that. I ain't asking you for that. I don't need to be worshipped. You need to be worshiping the creator of this entire space. Do you see what's going on in the world? You need to be worshiping the Most High God. You don't need to be worshiping me. You shouldn't have that type of energy for me. But see, it's a lot of confusion with people because people have this exalted view of people that you don't know, or even people that you feel close to that you still don't know. So when a person is hating on you, it's not something for you to just be all like, oh my God, it's just hating on me. Baby, she love you on the slick. She love you on the slick. She just don't realize that she has an exalted perception. But she love you because she admires you. It takes a whole lot of energetics to be able to love and to hate. Okay? So that's what you have to understand, number one. Number two, the second aspect of this is the obsession that comes behind it, where a lot of people will obsess. Be careful what you say. I want someone to be obsessed with me. I want you to start looking up the definition of these words, because there's power of life and death in the tongue. So you will speak things over yourself, and you will harm yourself. You will curse yourself. You will do all these different things to yourself because you're speaking this over yourself. Obsession is literally a form of worship. That's what you got to understand. And so when someone gets in a space to where if you are getting online to type in somebody's name to search them because you don't want to add them as a friend, because you don't want them to see and know that you're really trying to spy on them and stalk with them, you are worshiping them, you are obsessed with them. That take a lot of energy. It do. It take a lot of focus, because baby, as soon as you get on the page, you zoned in. You zoned in on any clue, anything that you can try to pick up on that individual. When you stalk somebody's moves, when you watching somebody every step, when you are dissecting these people's lives as if you knew them, you secretly trying to learn about them, so you think, when really you are deep down trying to learn from them. See, and women do this a lot, especially when it comes down to men. Some of y'all are so desperate, you will go to the low of the low of the low of the low of the low just to be able to have access to men. It is so disgusting. It is so ridiculous, baby. When Gucci tell, like what Gucci said, it's a bus. Every 15 minutes, another one coming. Men are everywhere. And the way that a lot of women will act and the things that you will do behind a man that really ain't even thinking about you like that, because men love completely different. The way that we love is crazy. And we will obsess over somebody else, not real. And let me tell you something. If you got to go and search and obsess over someone else behind a man, You need to just look at it for what it is. He's going to use somebody else just like he's using you. Because why would you be in a space like that where someone is dishonoring you like that to the point to where you have to go out and search and obsess and figure out what is it about this person that makes them so much better? Why is he choosing her? Why is all this stuff? That is worship. That is worship. And it's really sad because the reality of the situation is that the energy that you're pouring into worship, you could be feeding into your time. You could be focusing. You could be taking that energy. You could be making more money. You could be doing something greater than what you're doing, than obsessing over someone else and something else. When someone is talking about when you hate and you get into space, and the reason why I'm telling you this because a lot of y'all have haters in your own house. And I don't understand that. Hey, love, I don't understand that. Some of y'all have haters in your own house. You got people who are obsessed with everything you do. They got a comment on everything you do. They got something to say about everything you wear, every person you talking to, every scenario, every decision that you decide to make. Y'all have these people in your community. And let me tell you something. I told y'all it was a great divide happening last year, and that happened clear as day. There's another great divide that is happening currently. You're about to find out who really is your community. You're going to really find out this year who is your friend and who is your foe. Because what you don't understand is if you are not the one to figure that out first, you probably going to be in trouble. Because and all you have to do is to find out who someone really is. Thank you, my love, for these gifts and these likes. Is to back them into a corner. See, inflation finna show you who your friends are. You understand what I'm saying? See, when society start going in crisis, you're going to know who your community is. So the thing is, and some of y'all have haters around you. You got people who hate you, who are secretly admirers of you, but they have you at a dangerously exalted state to where they would end your life because they are so envious of what it is that you are doing and the choices that you make and how things continue to go well for you. But they don't even know the hell that you went through to even get to where you are because they have that exalted perception of you. Why are you keeping these people around you? Because you scared you're not going to meet any more people at the top? Do you know how many women will open their mouth and say, I don't want to make more money because nobody's going to marry me? What is you saying? Don't piss me off. You will hold yourself back because you feel like you're not going to be able to be with someone. Girl, get that lack out my face. When people getting married every day. Like, you keep people around you who literally are pulling you down. Who are obsessed with every... Girl, who you talking to? Baby, you trying to figure out how your business getting around. You're literally talking. This ain't the season. See, this is the season of clarity. This is the season of completeness. This is the season of community. Okay? That's what it is. These things are going to be revealed. Period. And y'all have people in your space who hate you, and that's crazy when we living in a time like this. Do you understand how savage people are going to become in the next 6 to 12 months? You have no idea where you live, do you? People are about to fully reveal themselves. And you are not paying attention. And you're going to get yourself hurt. You're going to get the people you love hurt because you're trying to keep people around you that don't belong, who are obsessed and who are slowly tearing you down. Y'all better be careful these people y'all have around you that's worshiping you, always admiring you, always this. It's when you look at the story of Selena, it's never the stranger. It's always the one you have right here with you. It's never the stranger that gets you. It's always your right-hand man. Because you're so trusting, despite what you see and what you know to be true. Y'all don't see, one of the biggest issues with women is that women don't like to accept reality as reality. A lot of us like to live in this fantasy type of scenario. We like fantasy type of love. We think fantasy type of friendships. We don't live in reality. You cannot have jealous or envious people in your space. Envy is a spirit that is invoked. But The stepping stone below that, okay, is jealousy. The step underneath jealousy starts with coveting, which it tells you in scripture not to covet. Because this is why you shouldn't be out here hollering about some relationship goals. You shouldn't be out here hollering about this. You shouldn't be out here coveting things outside of yourself, because you don't know what went into that. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what the experience is. And you really should be quiet, because you will speak curses on yourself coveting somebody else's relationship. You looking at what he doing for her on social media, and he knocking her head between washers and dryers. You don't know that though. But he look good. He present online good, and you want to be with him. He look good. He present online good because that's her money. That's her mind. That's her wisdom. You do understand when it says in scripture, if women understood this about themselves, a man that find a wife find it a good thing because he find a favor in the Lord. But the woman has to know she's favored first. See, when you don't know you favor first, you'll settle for anything. See, when you understand your value of being able to multiply and not just have children, but multiply and amplify whatever is given to you masterfully. See, that's a woman that's an asset. Somebody gonna always be looking for her. And when you understand that about yourself, you won't sit in scenarios that drain you. You won't be with people. You won't lay down with your haters. Because some of y'all sleep with enemies. Sleep with people who hate you. Do y'all not understand a man will hate you and still knock you down? Let me put you on game. A man will hate you and still knock you down. He will literally use the very thing against you by using it like it's a weapon. Because he knows that that's a portal that's connected to something. See, and when you let somebody in that type of portal, that means you're opening the guards of your heart, according to Proverbs 4:23, that you're supposed to guard your heart above everything else because from it flows life. So when you open up those gates and you allow that to come up into your portal, they know what's going on. They know what they're doing. They will hate you and lay down with you. For real. They will hate you and lay down with you. Just like a woman will hate you and be right there with you. She will be the very one who stole your diamond earring and help you look for it. See, and it's subtle small signs that show you who these people are. But you're not paying attention. Okay? Here's another reason and how your strength of growing and elevating and moving past who you used to be, how that strength reveals their weaknesses of the people around you who really ain't for you. You being solid in executing the things that you stated that you wanted, it exposes their insecurity. See, and I see this happen a whole lot when it comes down to women when it's time for them to get married. I see this a whole lot. I see this with specifically, and I'm going to just keep it all the way real. I see it specifically with women who feel as if they're doing it the right way. I don't know. Maybe you're abstinent. You feel like you're abstinent. You stay at home. You do this. You don't do anything. You do this. And then you got a friend that's a hoe. Let's talk about it. So you got a friend that's a hoe. And she doing what she do. Next thing you know, your friend that's a hoe is getting married. I've seen this play out multiple times. Now all of a sudden your friend is getting married. And you looking like you can't even hold your disdain, because eventually it comes up because you've been doing everything right. Right? And because you've been doing everything right and you can't figure out how she's been able to do all these things and be comfortable doing those things, because that's what she chose for her life, and that has gotten her something that you have been coveting, which is a marriage. And now that you see this person who you don't think is deserving of that based on your merit and your standards, you reveal yourself and you reveal your insecurity. You reveal yourself. When women like this enter your space, they're shocked. They're shocked to see that you're really solid in who you say you are. They're shocked to see that you're really grounded in whatever position that you're in. I don't ever judge a woman for whatever position she is in. I only judge people based on if your words and your actions match. If you tell me this who you are, I expect you to be that. If you ain't that, I got a problem. You can't be around me. So when they realize that these women are solid, secure in who they are, the moves that they make, the decisions, everything, they cool with it, it scares the woman who feels like she did everything right, because it exposes her fragility. It exposes the fact that she's insecure, and that'll make her project that insecurity onto that woman rather than face their own issue. They're going to blame it on you. Well, how do you, I don't understand. Next thing you know, you're going to God slick in a prayer coveting, which is crazy. What's wrong with me? Why is this not? What we doing? What are we doing? When you become solid in who you are, and I have to explain this to confident women all the time. Most women are not confident. Most women project confidence. Most women lie. Most women project confidence by pretending to be a character. Most women have to evoke some form of a character to get them to tap into what they feel to be power, because they don't understand how to own their own power, how to tap into themselves. Okay? When you are an extremely confident woman, and you are good with your light feminine and your dark feminine. You are good with your ups and your downs. You are good with your ins and your outs, and you are comfortable. You are not living in shame. You are not guilty. You are not afraid. You are not worried about what somebody else will say. A lot of your friends ain't gonna like that. Cause how dare you get confident now? You was just a little fat girl who I kept around me because you was cool with the personality, but how dare you actually be the baddie? Like, cause I ain't see that coming. Cause y'all like to do that. Y'all like to put people around you that you are smarter than, or that you feel better than, so that you could feel better about yourself by being chose. See, y'all ain't really friends. Y'all ain't really cool. Because you can't be cool, you can't be friends with an insecure woman. It's a difference between having insecurities and being insecure. You can't be friends with an insecure woman. She's going to always have an issue. She's going to always project her insecurity onto you. You cannot keep those type of people around you, because they will eventually cripple you depending on how loud the voice is in your life. A lot of y'all are keeping people in your life who really hate that you're ascending. They love you and they want to see you do good, but they got a problem with you doing better than them because it makes them feel small, but that's their problem. But it's your problem to pay attention to the people in your circle, because if you don't have the right community in 2025, you're going to be in trouble, my love. Do you not understand? Are you not paying attention to what's coming? Do you not understand you got 30 minutes? You don't see this? For so many people to be in the world and to claim to read scripture and to understand what is happening, for y'all not to know nothing or to be oblivious to everything or to be panicking about everything is crazy to me. It's really crazy to me. Stop panicking. And how are you preparing? Because that's the thing. And one aspect of this is going to be community. You're going to need community. And y'all got the wrong people around y'all because y'all scared to let them go. Release those people so you can ascend to where you need to ascend to. There are people up there waiting for you, but you won't even show up. And some of these communities you're going to have to pay for. So get over it. And don't talk to me about how you don't have XYZ, because you have XYZ when you want XYZ. So please don't piss me off. And if it's really that hard up, it's a multitude of people who have made 3 to 4 figures off my free content. Go catch that. Because I don't do excuses. There's too many ways to make money out here. If you're not tapped into it, you're not tapped into your creative and witty inventions in your very being, according to Proverbs 8 and 12. You don't understand your gifts you don't understand that your gifts make room for you. Therefore, you're not tapped in. And that's a problem. Okay? So anytime you are growing and you are elevating, you need to understand that Your solidness and being solid is going to bring out the insecurities of other people, because why are you not ashamed that you used to be a hoe? See, let's talk about it, because they're looking at you. Why are you not ashamed that you used to do this? I remember when you used to do this, this, and this. Why are you not feeling guilty and ashamed? People hate to see when you free yourself from the shackles that they choose to keep themselves in. They don't know how to handle that. How dare you get free? I thought we both was in this great trauma bond together. How dare you get delivered? How dare you come up? And how dare you not do the work to bring me up with you? Folks crazy. Folks are insane with that. Proverbs 8 and 12. It's insane. Y'all put a one in the comments if y'all can hear me clearly. Did I take this off? I did. You're so welcome. Put a one in the comments if y'all can hear me clearly while I fix this. Did I break it? Oh, I did. I'm gonna have to hold it. Okay, whatever. That's fine. Great. Thank you, my love, for these gifts and these likes. So understand that as you're growing and you're ascending, your your confidence is going to grow. Your confidence is going to elevate. Everything is going to go up to the next level. Your attraction, your magnetism, all of these things. And as you begin to become more secure in these things, if the people around you are not secure, there's going to be an issue. There's going to be a problem. And let me be very clear about this. This is not the time for you to be questioning who's in your community. This is the time for you to be building community offline and to be having your plan together. If something happened, that's what should be happening. If you got to question the people in your circle, you need to figure something out right now. And you don't need to wait, because it's really not a joke and it's really not a game. Don't let it be when something critical happens, you got to find out that these people don't fool with you. Because that's what a lot of y'all are doing. And it really pisses me off, truthfully. It pisses me off that y'all think so low of yourselves to think that if you were elevating into the God zone of things, that the Most High would not have a community for you available. It really blows my mind how fearful people who say that they're believers actually are. You don't want to leave people behind because of history when people are weighing you down. Like, it is not making any sense. Make it make sense, guys. Seriously. Here's a fourth thing that you need to understand and be very clear about, of why your strength is revealing their weaknesses, as you're beginning to ascend and do all these great things. Um, their reaction to you is on you being solid and you being confident now and you believing in yourself. They get afraid because fear now drives their reaction, because they don't know how to take you. Now, let me tell you where this comes in, and I have actually experienced this kind of firsthand. People will see me online, okay? And because most people are pretending online, most people are fake, most people are not honest about who they are, most people are living a different character that's actually online. When they meet me in person and they see that I am who I say I am, I will hold you accountable if you're in my community. I do not play that. I am warm, I am loving, but I am not to be played with. It evokes fear. It convicts other people because it makes you straighten up in my presence or it makes you run from me. I'm prepared for both. I'm okay with both. See, a lot of women have a problem. They have an issue when people come into their space because they want to be liked. They want to be, they want to be seen so much by people who really don't care about them. I don't care about any of that. If my energy makes you uncomfortable, good. Because one thing about me is that I don't do anything to anyone. So exactly, Omida. So thank you, my love, for these gifts. So if you feel uncomfortable in my presence, that means that my spirit is irritating those demons, and the Most High is revealing what is actually happening. So I'm okay with you feeling uncomfortable in my presence. I've had women tell other women, yeah, I'm not really ready to have a conversation with her because I'm not ready for that level of accountability. And I respect that. I respect that. I respect when women understand that about me, because don't come over here thinking that we're going to do that because we're not. We are not. So the thing is this: when you are solid in who you are, you're going to scare people. You're going to scare the people who not ready, and you're going to run off the demons, okay, that are on the hunt for you. See, when you stand in the true power and understanding that the kingdom of heaven is within you, according to Luke 17:21, when you walk in the righteous path that's in alignment for you, okay, what ends up happening is that people don't know how to deal with that. People don't know how to take that. And that's okay. Because the people who are on the righteous path for them, the people who are genuine in character, the people who are walking in the higher vibrational states known as high vibrational states, but actually is the fruit of the spirit. When you actually walk in love, peace, joy, okay? When you walk in those elements, what you create, okay, is the life that you truly, truly desire. You can't do it from low vibrational states. And you can't do it when you're trying to be the highest, be on the highest vibrational state, and you surround yourself with people who choose to consistently sit on low vibrational states. Because eventually those people will reveal that they hate you. But the truth is, again, they don't hate you. They actually love you. They hate that you've been able to ascend, and they hate themselves for not ascending. And you are a consistent reminder of them not being where they should be. And let me be very clear on something. Men do this as well, but they do it for different reasons. Men do this as well, but they do it for different reasons. Men and women do this. Hey, love. They both do it, but they do it for different reasons. And you need to understand that when you expand, when you amplify, when all these things begin to happen in your life, it is going to make people uncomfortable in your family. It is going to make your friends possibly uncomfortable. Hell, it may make the person that you're in a relationship with uncomfortable. But you need to realize that that is not a sign for you to shrink. That is not a sign for you to stop doing what you're doing. You should never have to alter who you are at core to be with or deal with someone else. That makes you a shapeshifter. And if you are a shapeshifter, you can't be trusted. So understand that as you're ascending, as you're growing, as you're elevating, remember when you are facing people who hate you or who, portray themselves to hate you and who will, make campaigns against you, smear campaigns. Men and women do it. Like I said, it happens all the time. You need to understand and calm yourself by remembering that the hate is rooted in admiration. The obsession that they have is a form of worship, which is why they are in spiritual violation, because the Most High God said that the Most High is a jealous God. So worshiping you, spending all the time focusing on you, obsessing about what you're doing, worrying about what you're doing, stalking you and doing all that is a spiritual violation of the Most High. Because you are out here spending all your energy, all your soul, all your everything stalking someone else. Where is the time that you are having with the one that created you? You are in a state of worship. So the obsession that they have for you, the way that they stalk you, the way that they do all of that, it's because they admire you and they worship you. A lot of y'all practice more sorcery and witchcraft than you realize. And y'all want to talk about how celebrities be witches and stuff. Y'all are too. Don't even know it. Don't even know it. Literally have made your so-called enemy your idol and your God, because that's where your focus goes. And wherever your attention goes, your energy flows. And that's when your time goes. And next thing you know, you've been scrolling on her page for 3 hours. Please don't piss me off. Because what are we doing? Being that obsessed. You really needed a God to worship. Child. Number 3, in understanding as you are ascending and you are growing and you're hitting your milestones and you're hitting all the great things, right? And you begin to notice that you become more confident. You start believing in yourself more. You really start getting it. The more solid you become in self, the more insecurities are going to be exposed from the people around you, because insecure people don't know how to deal with people who are secure. And let me tell you why. Insecure people are people who try to see insecure women. Let's talk about women. Insecure women are women who play up their good parts or play up their light feminine, but downplay their dark feminine. You want to tell everybody in the community about all the great things that you're doing and all these amazing things and yada yada yada, but you don't want nobody to know about some other stuff that you got going on, about how you really feel. So your dark feminine is a space where you repress your feelings. You basically are a people pleaser. You do everything that everyone else wants you to do. So you try to play up that you're this good person, you're this and you're that, and you don't know why people keep getting over you because you have such a good heart. You're a liar. You're a liar. Because a good person would not allow themselves to be so repressed that they have to wear a mask to be able to just walk around here dealing with people. You are operating from a space of the fullness of who you are when you are a secure woman. An insecure woman has to wear a mask. An insecure woman has to play up how good she is. An insecure woman has to do things to show people so people can see how amazing she is and all that type of stuff. No, a secure woman doesn't have to do all of that. A secure woman understands who she is. A secure woman could have been a hoe back in the day and you confront her about it and she's going to be like, okay, yeah, when I was young, yeah, what about it? You bring that in front of an insecure woman, she going to curse you out because how dare you tell her business that she ain't dealt with herself. So the more solid you become within self, the easier it is for the insecure people around you to be exposed. This is why it should be another plus for you to work on yourself. Don't you want to know what a snake said in your grass? I don't know. Some of y'all don't want to know. That's what I'm noticing these days. People don't want to know the truth until it hits them on the front door. I don't know why y'all want to wait to the last minute. That's crazy to me. But hey, do what you want to do. Number 4, when I'm talking about the whole how you growing and your strengths begin to reveal their weaknesses, is that once they see how solid you are and how focused you are and how true you are to yourself, they either going to run away from you to avoid truth. See, this is why women should not get offended when you get ghosted. You need to be thanking God. And I said what I said. When you get ghosted, you need to be thanking the Most High. You don't need to be over there losing your mind. For what? Do you not understand what we do with ghosts? Can you not let them rest in peace? I'm confused. When a person makes a decision to ghost you, that has something to do with them. They are running from something. Why do you want to be with a coward? Y'all be saying y'all want to protect her, but then you want to chase the person that ran from you and wonder why they ghosted you. Make it make sense. Let a ghost be a ghost. Come on, somebody. If you get ghosted, be grateful. What is wrong with y'all? You know why you're not grateful? Because you take it personal. What's wrong with me? Something's wrong with me. The truth is something is wrong with you. And you need to sit on the porch and stop dating and deal with whatever it is that you feel like is wrong with you. Because whatever that is, even if you get a date or not, that man gonna get exposed to it and he gonna leave you alone anyway. Deal with your mess. And deal with it now. Deal with it now. So what if they run? Girl, I don't hurt. Girl, I wish I would care what a man think about my men. Know. They know. If you can't get with who I am, the fullness of who I am not for you. And I'm okay with that. So I don't care about you ghosting me. Stop taking it personal. What people do don't have nothing to do with you. You make it about you. And a lot of women are self-centered. They think the world revolves around them. No, the world doesn't revolve around you. You can create the reality, your own reality in this world, but the world doesn't revolve around you, sweetheart. You need to wake up. Stop making things about you that have absolutely nothing to do with you. If he was a loser and he left, he's a loser and he left. If you told him something and he decided he didn't like you after that, he didn't like you after that. So what? So what? The reason why women are so heavily invested like that and they get messed up about it is because you have, again, this is how you start hating a man, because you have an exalted perception of him. Y'all will marry people for potential and then divorce them. You will marry them talking about how much you love them. You love them down. You're gonna, baby, you go to the hillside singing about how much you love them. You arguing your friends and your family up and down about how much you love them, just to turn around and hate them when you get divorced. Because they're not who you thought they were gonna be, who they were gonna turn into, who he was gonna turn. You admired his plans, but you ain't never seen him do nothing. And then you get mad talking about you hate him because he didn't ever do nothing. You had an exalted view of a man that was an executor when all this man did was talk. So really and truly, you admired the fact that he would talk about his plans, but you didn't vet enough to see if he actually took action on these plans. And now you pissed off and you hate him. The truth is you love him. You hate yourself and you mad because you gave him the Muse. That's what happened. That's the truth. See, a lot of times you don't even be mad at men. You be mad at yourself. When y'all want to go and put your hands on him, you cheated on me. You want to slap him. You knew he was cheating. You really want to slap. You really wish you were slapping yourself. Slapping him is a scapegoat. Slapping him is a scapegoat because people do what they want to do for them. Didn't have nothing to do with you. But now you want to slap this person because how dare you do this to me and yada yada. You really want to slap yourself. You knew before you went in that woman's inbox if he was talking to her or not. You want to slap yourself. You mad at yourself. You're not mad at him. That's why you can't. A woman can't come to me like, he did this, he did that, he wasted my years. How he get it? How did he do that to you? How did he get access to you to do that to you? How did he get access to continue to do this for a period of time to you? Oh, we don't like those questions. I might not be the one to talk to. Because it don't sound like you want a solution. It don't sound like you want somebody to actually support you. It doesn't sound like you want a healthy relationship. So I am not the girl to talk to, because I help women in the space of making more money, getting healthier, and I've helped women attract husbands, baby. So listen to me. This is not that. If you don't want to deal with the real of who you are, you ain't ready to talk to me. You ain't ready to work with me. Stay on the ground. Stay at the church. You scared. I don't know. What you have to understand is that when you as a woman are ascending and you are growing, right? People are going to come in your space and see that you are who you say you are, and they're going to run from you. Some people are going to lash out at you. Some people are going to say, you think you all that. See, I like when they say, I think I'm all that. And I do. And I do, because why shouldn't I? As much work as I have done when it came down to me and the hell that I went through to actually do this work and the trust I had, and I have to continue to give the Most High as I'm continuing to do my work. Yes, I do. Yes. And the fact that you don't feel like that about yourself is sad. Well, who said I didn't feel like that? Because you comment on me. Because the real ones know. If you think you all that, you don't have to comment. You ain't commenting on somebody else talking about they think they all that. Because you know you all that. You're so focused on making sure that you're where you need to be. So people are going to do things like that. They're going to lash out. They're going to lash out to deflect from the pain of being exposed. Mm-hmm. They don't like it. Or they're going to do this thing right here. They will try to project onto you, hoping that you crash out and it ruins your own reputation. And women fall for that all the time. See, there are some women who intentionally provoke you just to make you look like the crazy person. See, and that honestly, that's how a lot of women play mind games with women who are both dealing with the same man. They will do things to provoke you to make you look like the crazy one. And when you act crazy and he don't want to deal with you, he go right over there. See, these are the type of games that they be playing. These type of games they be playing right here. They want you to crash out. They want you to look crazy. I remember in my crash out days, because child, 20 years ago, with some stories about me, I tell people believe them all. Who you see in front of you is 8 years of work. All praises to the Most High. But baby, before those 8 years, I was crazier than a road lizard. Okay, extremely masculine. People got some stories I'm trying to tell you. Not a joke and not a game. Let me tell you when I had to learn this really hard lesson. Okay. There was a time where I was young, and I was dealing with a guy, and I remember he was just provoking. He was trying to get me to crash out, and he finally hit that line. He hit that fine line. And I'm from New Orleans, so I get real spicy. So he hit that fine line on me. Okay. And when he hit that fine line on me, I spazzed out so psychotic. When I got together for my college homecoming last year, we talked about it. That's how crazy I had like three experiences in college where I spazzed, and my friends got to see me. It was like Jesus God. But I spazzed masterfully, honey. And do you know that man sat there while I was spazzing and leaned back and looked at me and smiled? That's when I knew. That's when I knew and realized the power of my energy and how frivolous I had just been with it right there in that second, because that person, because of my growth and me choosing to want better, was trying to humble me, and I fell for it. And I fell for it and gave my power away by going off. And they sat back and smiled in my face. Never again. Never again. You do not give that type of power to anyone to make you come out of yourself. You do not do that. That is very dangerous. And that is a demonic force that wants you to act like that. And you need to recognize what you're dealing with. You're not dealing with a person, you're dealing with principalities and darkness over there that wants you to act out like that. Because it's the principality in the darkness that understands that the more you act out like that, the sicker your body is going to become. Because stressing out like that and screaming like that ruins your liver, which messes with your cycle. And when your cycle is messed with, you have issues in the area of creating children, but you also have issues in the area of creating in general. Because if your cycle is not working properly, that means that there's probably a disconnect between the hypothalamus, the pituitary gland, and the ovaries, which you actually can use in one phase of your cycle to be able to make a whole lot of money, because there's one phase of your cycle where your brain power is amplified. But because the darkness and the enemy understands the power of your creative power when you are in alignment with who you are and your assignment, of course it's easy for me to cripple you through your man. Of course, it's easy for me to cripple you through whatever your weakness is. So a lot of times we like to give the devil all this, credit and all this different things, when in reality, the devil does nothing but put your choices in front of you and allow you to choose. You want that man so bad, what you gonna do for him? What you gonna do to keep him? What you gonna do to get him? You want that money so bad, what you gonna do to keep it? What you gonna do to get it? All these different things. Put nothing but what you want in front of you so that you can make decisions and choices. Okay. You have to understand that. Exactly, Angela. This is exactly why I am so emotionally intelligent now, because I understand being extremely emotionally dysfunctional. Spend all my 20s like that, spend quite a bit of my 30s like that. Okay? So it's really, really serious. The thing about it is, and let me tell you this about these people, because we got into this whole thing about how they can respond. It's dangerous to keep these people around you who have expressed some form of hate to you, because keeping those people around is dangerous, because their energy anchors you into a version of yourself that you have outgrown. It prevents you from ascending the way that you need to ascend. And honestly, their presence is going to continue to breed self-doubt, stagnation, and resistance to the elevation that you actually are called to embrace. The longer you keep these people around you, the more dangerous life is going to be for you as things advance. We are in a new era. We are in a year of nine, and nine scripturally means completeness, it means judgment, it means finality. All things are going to be exposed. See, looking, those of you who are pretending to look the part, you're going to be exposed if you're not the part. because all it takes is a little pressure to put on your back. See, a lot of y'all can't handle pressure because you already have a mask on. And in a minute, you're not going to be able to breathe. So after a while, you're going to have to rip the mask off, actually. So we're going to have to see you. And I don't think we really understand what that looks like. So, like I said, if you are in a space and you are ascending and you are finding yourself, your community is not what you need it to be, and you're paying attention that you need to rise up, and you kind of feeling the shift with your friendships and how they're treating you as you are advancing and ascending and growing and all these great things. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Because if you don't, you're gonna be one of those people that's gonna inbox me and say, you said to get rid of them. And they're gonna show you something. My mother always says that a desperate person is a dangerous person. A desperate person is a dangerous person. A desperate person is a dangerous person. There are going to be a lot of desperate people in the next upcoming 6 to 12 months. Circumstances and situations are going to change so quickly that they're going to operate from spaces of desperation. And a desperate person is a dangerous person because a desperate person will harm you. Out of desperation, you trying to figure out a way. And if that means harming somebody, then they will harm you. So this whole thing is frenemies, and this whole thing of not being sure about the people around you. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Child, you almost made me block you. Because who are you talking about? No, I'm not. So understand and don't get weary on your journey. Okay, don't get weary on your journey to ascending. There are periods of loneliness. There are periods where you're trying to figure out and you're going to be ascending. So make sure that you are at every new level of ascension, you are evaluating. Okay, and you are assessing who needs to go with you to the next level. Thank you, my love, for these gifts and likes. Okay, so for those who are interested in working with me and finding out more information about me, you can click the link in the bio. I have a masterclass that's coming for those who are. Let me tell y'all something else real quick. Job security is not a thing. Okay? Job security is not a thing. There are articles that have come out and say by 2027, a lot of people are going to be forced into entrepreneurship. It tells you in scripture that you have creative and witty inventions in your very being. So you have, thank you, my love, for these gifts. You have the ability to be able to create income for yourself, right? That's something I like to call wealth alchemy. Wealth alchemy basically means that you're able to take your natural energy, your emotional energy, and your creativity and be able to create sustainable success and make money. Okay. Thank you, my love, for these gifts and these likes. And I'm having a masterclass teaching you how to create wealth alchemy using one of the most important tools that is very, very valuable, and that is the ability to calm your nervous system and regulate. So I'm going to teach you how to go from dysregulation to regulation. You need to understand how your nervous system is operating when you are in fight or flight. Okay. You need to be figuring out how you can center yourself when the world is at crisis. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Please don't piss me off, number one. But number two, please don't be one of these people who wait to the last minute till this stuff hits you on the front door and then you want to make a decision and do something because it's probably going to be too late. Don't wait until you get fired to just figure out what you're going to do. Don't wait until the world is on fire to figure out how you're going to calm yourself down. Have the tools and the things in place right now so that you can be centered amidst crisis. Okay. I have a class. It's like I said, it's called Wealth Alchemy, Regulation to Riches. I'm going to be teaching you how to calm your nervous system. Okay. So that you can create cash flow during crisis because you're going to have to. Because no matter what nobody's saying and what nobody's doing, you need, if you want to thrive in the next 20 years, you need to use the next 4 years to set yourself up like a business. And if you missed that live, it was powerful. And I did it yesterday. I taught you how to set yourself up like a business. In order for you to thrive, you're going to have to treat yourself like big business, because if you don't, you're going to get eaten. That is the society that we are in now. You're going to be eaten. Okay. That class, it was supposed to go up, but my assistant didn't put the thing up. I forgot to tell her. The class is $55. Okay. You can get it by clicking the link in the bio. All my products come with Klarna Affirm and Afterpay. If you are looking for community and you are a woman leader, okay, I have a program called the Magnetic Muse. It is a 12-week program. And in that 12-week program, I'm going to support you in the following key areas. Okay. The first thing that we're going to do is that we're going to master your emotional energy, which is going to be very important. You need to be able to get yourself together. Okay. Emotionally. The second thing that you're going to get in this program is that you're going to align with your feminine design. You're going to get even deeper into understanding your design as a woman. This goes a little bit deeper than syncing with your menstrual cycle. Okay. So I have some courses and different things to be able to teach you how to do that. And that is in the magnetism reset masterclass, which you can get for $150, and you can get that with Klarna Affirm and Afterpay. The third thing that is going to happen if you are a part of the 12-week experience, which is the Magnetic Muse, is you're going to learn how to magnetize wealth and opportunity to yourself. Okay. And what that's going to look like is, like I said, my track records are in the following. I don't like to talk about my fourth track record because I don't let that you can't come in with that focus. Even if that's what you want, that it cannot be what you come in on, because I'm immediately going to deny that we work together. You cannot come to me solely saying, my whole goal is I just want to be in a relationship and be married. I'm not the one for you with that. What I am here to do is help you become an energetic match for whatever it is that you say you want. So if you say that you want a healthy marriage, then guess what's going to happen? You're going to be a healthy you. So we're going to do this analyzing scenario and assessing from spiritual aspect, mental aspect, emotional aspect, physical aspect, social aspect, financial aspect, all of the things that we have to look at, because you have to be safety in all of those areas before you call yourself wanting something healthy. Okay. Hey, my love. So if you want something healthy, you have to be a healthy, energetic match for that. So it's not that that can't happen. Like I said, I have clients who've attracted fiancés, one like that's getting married, another one that improved her marriage, another one who actually improved the communication between her and her husband after a long struggle. So it's definitely there, but that's not the focus that you're coming in on. So the focus that you have to be coming in on initially, here are the results that I've gotten women. They master their emotions. They become more emotionally intelligent. They definitely make more money, okay, which positions them to be able to travel and to do a bunch of other different things that they want, date, not necessarily locally, and all these different things, and just have experiences that really fuel them in their femininity. The third thing that clients have gotten from working with me is that women have become healthier. Like I told you, I used to be 100 pounds heavier. My clients have lost 40, 50, 60 pounds working with me. I'm not a weight loss coach, but what I have supported my clients in doing is getting in alignment with their natural rhythms. As a woman, you have two clocks. You have a sun clock and you have a moon clock. If you are not connected to both of those clocks, you probably are severely imbalanced. I used to have a 20-year problem with having an irregular cycle. I was in the doctor's office at 20 years old in 2004 when nobody was talking about polycystic ovarian. I was being diagnosed with it. And they told me I would have to do all these things. I literally did exactly what I needed to do, what the Most High told me to do for 6 months after dealing with this problem of an irregular cycle for 21 years. And my cycle has been coming back consistently for the last 8 years. My work has helped women heal their livers. My work has helped women elevate their, to correct and balance their A1Cs. So I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. So if you're in a space where you want to master your emotions, you want to make more money, okay? You want to put yourself in position for that. You want to become healthier. And lastly, you want to start attracting relationships that actually align with you, okay? And where you're going and what you desire, then most definitely look and check out and fill out the form in my bio to get information on the Magnetic Muse 12-week experience. Okay. It is a 4-figure investment. Let me go ahead and tell you right now, it requires a 3-figure deposit if you don't want to pay out in full. But it's a powerful program. We have some amazing women that's already in the program, and I dropped some things for them yesterday. So I'm really, really excited to meet with them later this week to kind of see what they want for themselves, because they're in the process of creating their magnetic vision. And the thing about it is the reason why a lot of women perish is because they don't have a magnetic vision. They don't have a vision for how they want to live. Therefore, the vision of what they're attracting and what they claim that they want is actually not happening for them because they have no vision. And without a vision, the people will perish. So we're in this space now where we're focusing on that. So I'm really, really excited to see the results that come from them. It's just really bomb. Let me see. Let me go back to these questions. Oh, y'all drop y'all questions that y'all have for me. There are other products and services that you can look, click the link in the bio to get access. Ooh, excuse me. Is the riches to regulation? Is the regulation to riches one day? Yes, it's a one day thing, and yes, you will have access. You will have the course after. You'll be the replay of that. If you want access to me, there will be options for you to be able to work with me, and I'll talk about that a little bit towards the end of the workshop. Or, excuse me. Or if you feel like you want to come into the Magnetic Muse program, once you submit the form in my bio that kind of asks you for your email and all those things, it's going to send you an overview of the program. It's going to talk to you about the price points. It's going to talk to you about everything. So you'll be able to watch it. It's like a 13-minute video kind of giving you an overview of the program, an overview of me, see if this is a good fit for you. And if so, then you can go ahead and pay at the bottom. We're going to have our one-on-one so we can make sure that is a fit. If it's not a fit, I'm going to give you your money back because I'm not one of them. If I feel like it's a fit, we're going to take that and then we're going to add that to your balance, and then you can either pay your balance off totally or we can do the payment plan split in two. Okay, so the option is literally yours. I definitely recommend coming to the class at minimum because I'm sorry, as a woman, you need to be knowing how to manage your emotions because it is really serious right now, and ain't nobody got time to be out here unhinged. It's not the time for that. It's not the time to be unhinged, and it's not the time to be out here swinging from chandeliers. Because let me tell you something, y'all need to lock up y'all wounds. See, if you not don't, I wouldn't be having a, I would be very, if you're not married and y'all didn't plan to have no children, you better be obedient and lock that up. This ain't the time for that. It's a bad time for you to be playing with your reality, for real. Okay. All right. What other questions do you guys have? What questions? What questions? And congratulations to those, because I see some courses have been purchased. So congratulations to those who have purchased tickets, because I'm seeing tickets to the masterclass. What questions do you guys have? What questions? What questions? What questions? Oh, and today's the last day for this to be $55. It was supposed to be changed to 88 today, but like I said, I forgot to alert my assistant to change it. It is going to be changed to $88. So if you want it, go ahead and get it now while it's up there because it is going to change. We have had a lot of people to register for this workshop. I only have a limited amount of seats left. So make sure that you click the link in the bio to be able to get access to the class. You're going to get an email. Yes, me too. You're going to get an email with your information in there, like the Zoom link and all that great stuff. So I'm excited. Divorcing after 28 years, first goal that I should set for myself. What do you want to do? I'm also divorced. So what do you want to do? Yes, you can click the link on the bio in the bio and click on Wealth Alchemy and pay for your ticket. And you're going to receive an email within an hour. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want. What if there's one word to describe what it is that you want? You want to get on your feet. You want to get on your 2 feet all by yourself. Are you still? Let me go back. You said divorcing, so you're actually going through the divorce. Okay, so this is the time for you to identify what your creative and witty inventions are. What are the things that you do extremely well? So if the issue is money, then we have to search ourselves for the natural skill sets that we have that are in demand. We have to make sure that the pricing structure is proper, exactly what it needs to be able to position you. So let's just say, for example, if your goal was to make a quick $10,000, it probably is easier for you to search yourself for a solution that's worth $1,000 that you can charge 10 people for. Okay. So you really have to search yourself for skill sets that are in high demand. And market those skill sets to people, to your actual ideal client, so they can buy in. Now, the hard part about that is being confident enough to do it. The hard part about that is being consistent in doing that. The hard part about that is actually believing in yourself that you're actually going to get that done. But if you can conquer those three things using scripture, which is what I use to be able to anchor myself, you will be able to be where you want to be in no time. What I'm telling you right now is literally when I made a decision, when I got divorced, what I wanted was freedom. And I wanted a life that represented freedom. So what did I do? I got into my bag. And when I say I got into my bag, I got into myself. And I really realized what my creative and witty inventions were, how I could use them to create impact, which would bring forth income. And when I ended up doing that, what ended up happening was I became a digital nomad. I got the freedom. I was traveling, and I'm still traveling to Jamaica, living in Canada, living in DC for a minute, just all over the place. Anywhere I want to go, I could just get up and I would just go and do it, and being able to do it using the gifts that the Most High gave me. So when I tell you, I'm not telling you something that's superficial. What I'm telling you takes faith. And if you have faith, and if you act according to that faith, and you are consistently acting according to that faith, you will see results. And should you decide, or should you feel that you need a bit more support, I think that you really should be in my masterclass for $55, because I'm in there teaching you how to create cash flow from operating from a space of calm. You can't create income for yourself when you're stressed, when you're feeling guilty, when you're feeling apathetic, when you're feeling shame, when you feel those are low vibrational states. That's why it tells you in scripture, against the fruit there is no law. Meaning when you're operating in the fruit of the spirit, love, joy, peace, gentleness, kindness, all these things, you create beautiful things from these spaces. But when you are not operating from the fruit, you're operating from the lower nature. And when you are operating from the lower nature, all you can do is destroy. So the option that you have right now is to create the life you want, okay, by destroying the one that you have. So break down who you are and build yourself back up. And if you need my help in doing that, like I said, come to the masterclass, or position yourself to get a one-on-one with me, and we'll walk extremely through that. We'll walk detailed through that process. Okay. What other questions do you guys have for me? You're welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. Any other questions? And congratulations to those who will be in class, because it's going to be an amazing one. I can send you a link for the one-on-one. I'm gonna send you a link. Because they used to be on my site, but I don't think you can pull them up. Yes, it will, but I'll send you a link. And when you have a one-on-one with me, because of the way that they are priced, if you decide after the one-on-one in the session in 30 days or 45 days, you decide that you want to take that and put it towards your balance because you want to join the magnetic muse, you can use that as your deposit to go towards that to get into the program. So if you are in the space right now where you want a one-on-one, my one-on-ones are $497. You can get them with client affirm and afterpay. They're extremely powerful. I have not had a queen leave one and not get a result. And the women who have implemented the things I have told them, these women have gone from 0 to 10. Like I had one client go from 0 to 14K in sales in less than 30 days. And we had like one meeting. She came to one master class. She said a one meeting with me. After that, next thing you know, she was emailing me, showing me that she got 14K in sales. We have Delilah in here who was in my Deconstruct and Refill Your Cup masterclass. She implemented the things that was in that class. Delilah ended up getting 9 clients in less than 10 days after the masterclass. So the thing about it is, it's all on you. It's all about what you want to do. You are either, like I said yesterday, if you recognize that you are a business, then you're going to invest in things that are going to elevate you and help you ascend. If you don't realize that you are a business and you don't see yourself with an investor mindset, you will spend things on liabilities. You will not take yourself serious, and you will find yourself stressed. Okay. What other questions do you have for me? Click the link in the bio to be able to get access. Yes, come on, Delilah, send me the link for your YouTube. Yes, I love it. I love it. She has been on a roll. She has been. Everyone has. That's what I'm saying, y'all. I want y'all to be in a space to where you're not owned by these systems. You're not supposed to be conformed to this world. You're supposed to be transformed by the daily renewing of your mind. You have to shift your mindset. Absolutely, you can get it. Do me a favor, Dr. Eli. Shoot me a message real quick so I can remember. I know it's Tyler and I know it's you, but my mind can be a lot. So do me a favor and just shoot me a message that says link, and I'm gonna send it to you. Okay. So yeah. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for being with me. Okay. I love y'all deep. Of course, y'all know everything I give you is going to come from scripture, science, and psychology because everything you can pretty much find in scripture. Then you can find science to go ahead and back it up. And then there's always some psychological evidence to be able to to back it up. Is it the E? Yes. Let me show it to you actually. Hold on. Because I have it. Because I always have it close because I'm always reading. You're welcome. Okay. So it's the Ethiopian Bible. Okay. And it's the one with 88 books. It is the complete encyclopedia, including the missing Deuteronomical canon. Child, I'm stuttering today. The Apocrypha, the Enoch, Jubilees, okay, and the Lost Writings. It's a multitude of things in here, and it is definitely going to support you in filling in the gaps. Okay. So if you're struggling, it will support you in filling in the gaps. It is amazing. And y'all, let me tell y'all something else. Please hear me when I say this. Buy books. Buy books. You don't own what's on Audible. You don't own what's on Kindle. And I'm going to tell you something. You can, as a person who is published on Kindle, you can literally go in there and change things if you want to change them. So there are going to be a lot of changes, a lot of glamour magic, a lot of illusions being performed and tricked on you by books. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Buy them so you have them physical while you can. Think while it's free. Okay? Think, use the ability to think while you still can, because that's what they're basically trying to take from you. So make sure that you're getting the books. Make sure you're getting things. Get books on apothecary. I'm trying to tell y'all something. Okay. This is the Ethiopian Bible. Get books on apothecary. Get books on how to create natural medicine. Get books on healing. Get books on things that can support you and things that you can barter for services. I went to esthetician school. That's another thing. I went to esthetician school when I was in Texas. I did not finish for like 69 hours, but I have a clear understanding very well about skin. So guess what? I have books in here. I've made my own skincare. That could be something, a service I can barter. I know how to bake bread. I know how to, all these different things. You need to be thinking about things and having things around you that if you needed to barter and you needed to get services for things and the dollar was not dollaring, I'm trying to tell you something, okay? You have skill sets. If you are a person who makes your money online, what are the skill sets that you have that can cover you offline? You need to be thinking, you need to be building, you need to be in community. I am not playing with y'all. Okay? Get rid of the haters in your crowd. You can't keep them. Okay? They can't stay. Let them go. ASAP. All right? Last night. Renata, don't do this to me. See, y'all see what she said? Last night, the news said, leave your emotions behind the next 4 years. I immediately thought of you. Let me tell y'all something. I told y'all, I've been telling y'all, emotionalism is without action is nothing. It's selective activism. That's what every time something happened in a community, we have something called selective activism because we get emotional. And emotionalism without action and strategy is worthless, is what you need to understand. So, like I said yesterday, if you want to thrive the next 4 years, turn yourself into a business. Because though you don't like who that is or whatever the case may be, I don't even care. It could be a moose in that seat. Do you understand what I'm telling you? But the people of the Most High are going to flourish if they are on the righteous path, because I've never seen the righteous forsaken or begging for bread. So you just need to identify what your gifts are so you can be in line to get your bread. Okay? Because, and stop. I'm finna tell you something else, and I'm really finna go because I really can't say too much because I ain't got time for the folks to play with me on this app. Stop leaning on AI. Stop leaning on AI. They want you to be dumb. They want you to not think. They want you to depend on these systems. They want you to depend on them so tough that if one day they turn the lights off and you can't talk to chat, then guess what? You're gonna crash out. Stop depending on AI. Human creativity is an irreplaceable asset. That is what the World Economic Forum says. The scripture says you have creative and witty inventions in your very being. The future belongs to the creatives, the observers, and the innovators. You better get in line where you fit in line, or you're going to be on the ground. And you don't want to be at the bottom of the food chain, believe me. And you don't have to be. Okay? Because even in a mid-crisis, there are millionaires that come out of this. Be wise. Okay? Check your community and get to planning. All right? And for those who are coming to the masterclass, I will see you guys on the 29th. This is the last day to be able to get the ticket for $55. So make sure you click the link in the bio and grab it, because tomorrow it will be $88. All right. This is going to be going on YouTube. Make sure you click the link in the bio to be able to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I will talk to y'all soon. I hope that y'all have an amazing day. Self-care is the key fundamental of every single relationship, because you set the tone of how people treat you. And you should treat yourself exceptionally well, because you deserve it. Unless you don't believe you deserve it. And that I can't control. All right. All right. Peace, y'all.